Nestled on the outskirts of a small, forgotten town, stood an old, dilapidated house. It hadn't seen visitors in years, overgrown by wild ivy and shrouded in mystery. Locals whispered about its dark past, a tale of tragedy and loss that left the house abandoned and rotting. In this haunting dwelling lived Alex, a young writer in search of inspiration. Drawn to the house by its eerie allure and the promise of solitude, Alex had decided to make it his temporary abode. The moment he stepped inside, he felt a chill run down his spine. The air was thick with dust and the scent of age. The floorboards creaked under his weight, almost as if whispering a greeting. Each room seemed to exude a sense of sadness, as though the walls themselves were mourning something lost. Alex set up his writing desk in the attic, a space cluttered with forgotten relics. It was here that he first heard the voice. Late at night, as the wind howled outside and the house groaned with the weight of time, Alex heard a faint whisper. At first, he thought it was his imagination, the product of an overactive mind. But the whispers persisted, growing louder and more coherent each night. "Help! Me!" The voice would croon softly, its tone filled with sorrow. Determined to uncover the source, Alex began to investigate the house's history. He spent his days scouring old town records and speaking to the few locals who would even acknowledge the place's existence. Slowly, a story began to unfold. Decades ago, a family had lived in the house. The father was a carpenter, spending most of his time in the attic workshop. One day, a tragic accident claimed his life, leaving his wife and daughter utterly shattered. In their grief, they left the house, unable to bear the memories that haunted its rooms. But Alex felt there was more to the story. One stormy night, he followed the whispers up to the attic. Through the flickering candlelight, he saw a figure, faint and ghostly, a silhouette of a man. The ghostly carpenter stood before Alex, his eyes pleading and voice trembling with the same sorrow that filled the house. "Please, find her," he implored. Alex's heart pounded in his chest, but he mustered the courage to respond. "Find who?" The figure grew more distinct, revealing an aura of intense sadness. "My daughter, she is lost. Find her." With this revelation, Alex knew what he had to do. Delving deeper into the town's history, Alex discovered that the carpenter's daughter, Clara, had never been seen again after they left the house. Rumors suggested she had run away. Others whispered of a more sinister fate. Compelled by a sense of duty, Alex continued to search for clues. One evening, while rummaging through an old chest in the attic, Alex found a diary. It belonged to Clara. The pages were filled with her heartache and confusion following her father's death, but also with mentions of a secret place, their special hideaway in the nearby woods. Armed with this clue, Alex ventured into the woods. After hours of searching, he stumbled upon a small, secluded cabin. Inside, he found remnants of a life halted abruptly, old toys, faded pictures, and finally, Clara's locket. It was clear that Clara had sought solace here, away from the haunting memories of the house, but had met a tragic end, alone and forgotten. Returning to the house, Alex felt the whispers again, but this time they were different. The house, once filled with sorrow, seemed to sigh with relief. The ghostly figure of the carpenter appeared once more in the attic, his form now peaceful. "Thank you," he whispered before fading away. Alex knew he had done what he was meant to do. He had given the house and its ghostly occupant the closure they needed. With a heavy heart, but a newfound sense of accomplishment, Alex packed up his things and left the house. Knowing he had finally given it a voice, a chance to speak its story and find peace.